Steve Perry is on a roll with those little snippets, and we'll talk about that coming right up.
And now it's time for Steve Perry News with Gary Stuckey. All Steve Perry News.
Hello, everybody. It's Gary Stuckey. Welcome back to Steve Perry News. Steve Perry released a little snippet over there on Twitter not long ago of "Easy to Love." It's a cool R&B, raised on radio type song. It brings you back to that time. So awesome. Probably going to be one of my favorites. In just 8 more days, people, and Traces will be released. Get pumped up, everybody. Get excited. And also that article yesterday, Steve was very honest and open about what he said. But, a lot of people online today were talking about the fact that it sounded kind of biased from the writer's point of view, that article that I mentioned in my video yesterday. And the writer added some things, to make certain things appear a certain way. So, I myself, I like to watch interviews. I like to hear from Steve, directly, and because sometimes you can write an interview to fit a certain way when you go back and do things. And even on interviews, I know people have mentioned like the VH1 interview with Steve Perry and Journey has been edited. People edit things certain ways, but I like honesty. I like truth. And Steve is honest, but there's sometimes people can twist things, So I'm not a big fan of that. But I am a big fan of Steve and the fact that he's revealing himself and the hurts, and he's trying to get past all the hurts. He's been doing that. He mentioned talking to therapists and counselors, things like that. To get over some of these hurts that he has to live with, and especially Kelly, he's got to live with that. But this music, it was a healer for him back in the day, back in in the 80s, and he got toasty, as he said. But even today, that music, I believe, is a healer, and he feels good about what he's doing when he's singing, and he feels good about the fans that are saying how much they care and how much they love his music every day. So everybody try to keep a positive message going about him and post all these positive things, And I think Steve is aware of these posts, and and keep it like he's your friend on Facebook or Twitter, or he's following you, because you never know. If he sees some of this stuff, would it hurt him? Or, and so maybe sometimes we should really focus on positivity and reflect that with the words we say online. And especially about his music. I mean, we need to talk about music more because that's what he wants to talk about. A lot of times interviewers want to go off the subject, but his main concern right now is music, is his music that he's been putting his heart into for years, and it's for Kelly. There's things he's doing for Kelly. He's not going to turn back. Some people were thinking he's going to turn back. He's not going to turn back, and he made a promise. But new music, like I said, easy to love. I know you think it's easy to love him, right? All you ladies out there are showing the love too over on Facebook, but that you won't have long to wait for that album. I mean, 8 more days. He's releasing cool stuff every day, new snippets and new samples with that Easy to Love over on Twitter not long ago. Maybe you can find it. I'll put a link up so you can see it. So awesome. What's next from Steve? I don't know, but you can find out right here. Hey, this is Gary Stuckey. Don't stop believing, everybody. God bless.